Hi, this is Roger in Finland, and today we're gonna try to follow the advice of Caleb Pike from DSLR Video Shooter. It's kind of pointless to recommend his channel since I have less than 100 subscribers and he does have a few more of those, but still is one of my favorite YouTube channels. And he has, I think, very sound advice, and lately he has posted a video of how to set up a YouTube video kit for less than $2,000. Don't be alarmed, I really didn't have $2,000 to just throw into some random studio kit, but what I did have is a lot of gear already, and I thought that I'm gonna set it up as Caleb suggested, and let's see what are the results. The camera I'm using is the same that Caleb suggested, the Sony a6400, and it's been a pleasure to use it since I got it. I thought I wouldn't like the camera, and there's plenty to not like starting from the menus, but there's so much more that I've been liking that I wasn't sure that I'm gonna like. Some time ago I got the A7 III, substituting both my D800 and the GH5, as in an excellent combo of full frame photography camera and then a really good video camera, but then I wanted something smaller to carry around, and this A6400, since they share the same mount, was the chosen one, and I've been super happy with it. The lens, funnily enough, is the same that Caleb suggested as well, so it's the Sigma 30mm f1.4. I was very lucky since I found it in a store that they were having a sale on their second-hand equipment, so I really got it for a very good price. Excellent lens, super sharp, a bit noisy when it's focusing, but in a situation like this, which the focus is locked pretty much all the time, and with the A6400 I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna lose it, set. Next thing is light. So Caleb was using one Godox SL60 and then two Bolling P1s. And here what I have is only one Godox SL60. I own two of them because I'm going to be using them in an upcoming short film soon. But for this YouTube setup, I decided to use only one. And here in the room that I'm sitting, I have a mirror behind me. And that's the reason that I'm having this rim light here. Usually I like to put a second light to have this effect. But with this current setup, I can use the mirror as a pure reflector and have this a bit stronger rim light here. So I'm having kind of a two light setup, but with just one light. What I don't get is of course the RGB colors that Caleb was using with the Bolling P1s, but that's something that maybe for the future. When it comes to a tripod, I'm actually using a monopod. This is a carbon fiber monopod from Sirui, and it comes with a mini tripod or with some legs, and it stands strongly enough. I have on top of it the A6400, which has the small rig L bracket. Next to it I still have a handle, and on top of the handle I have the Ninja 5. That is something that was not in Caleb's setup, but I like to use it. I can see myself a lot better than with the screen, and I like to edit straight from the hard drives. So this goes a little bit out from his recommendations, but this is my current setup. And here the point is that this monopod is very strong and it can hold this just fine. And because they have very little space, the monopod is easier to place than a tripod. Then about the audio, I do have a K&M microphone stand that I used to use at some point when I was recording guitar, and I was pretending to learn how to sing. Let's forget about that. And instead of having the Rode Micro, which I also own, I have mounted here the DT3 Pro. It's a bit better quality than the Rode Micro, and since I already have it, I decided to set it up this way. Here the silly thing is why to follow Caleb's advice and instead of using it in my normal setup. Usually I would put the microphone on top of the camera, which means that it would be maybe a meter away from me. And now with this simple suggestion, using a stand that I already had, the microphone is just right here, which is about less than 20 centimeters on my mouth. So I'm really hoping that the audio will be a lot better quality than it has been in the previous videos. I guess I've been always scared that this is gonna make it into the frame and it's a bit too much effort to set up, but it's actually very quick. It doesn't use space and it's not even in the frame. And I have used also an extension cord that I already had to plug it directly into the camera. These audio suggestions are actually the ones that were probably the most simple but yet mind-blowing because I have not been using them, and I hope that it's gonna be the biggest difference comparing this video to the previous ones, and hopefully the sound will be better in the future. Continue talking about the lights, it's the diffuser. Caleb was suggesting a Godox, but instead of going with the Godox option, I went with the Celens brand that I found in Amazon. It's 85 centimeters in diameter, and it's also pretty good. The size is somewhere between the Aputure Light Dome Mini and the Light Dome, and I think it's a pretty good size and very affordable. The thing that I like the most about this particular diffuser is how easy it is to set up. It's a bit like an umbrella, so it's really easy to put together, and you just velcro the diffuser sheet on top of it. I think I mentioned these things in another video about this light, so sorry if I'm repeating myself. For the light stands, I'm using Manfrotto stands. Again, I didn't purchase this since I had them already for quite some time, and these are very sturdy. I used to have the El Cheapo cheapest possible light stands, but it turns out that those 15 euro stand, they cannot really hold any weight. So if you want to put a light like this, like the Godox SL60, and with the diffuser on top of it, the light stands definitely need to have some girth on it. And I suppose that's why Caleb was suggesting a heavy duty stand. Then some more things that he suggested that I am not using. I don't have an C stand, I didn't purchase one. I do have a 5-in-1 reflector, I think it's a 7-in-1. I don't have it set up here, mainly because of the mirror, but that's something that maybe at some point I'm going to experiment, since it's a piece of equipment that I already have home. And one thing that I don't really have is space, so I'm sitting in a very, very small room. Everything is really cramped. I have trouble to decide what can be in the background that it's not distracting, but it's okay to show. And this is what I resulted. I think the Caleb had a really nice background. It has a computer with a screensaver. Here I have my laptop, but it's a really powerful gaming laptop. Then as soon as you turn it on, the fan starts spinning around. So if I turn it on to have something on the screens, you're gonna hear the noise in the background. So that's the reason for the black screen in the background. All right, guys. So if you haven't, please subscribe to Caleb's Bike channel because it's a really, really good one. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to this one as well. And let me know what you think of this setup. Did I learn something from Caleb? Did I did a good job? And especially I'm interested to know if you have been watching some of my other videos. Do you like this look and this setup better than the other ones? Do I sound better? Is there any improvement really? Because what I did was use the same equipment done before, but follow Caleb's suggestions to have a better setup. I hope we succeeded. I certainly learned some things. I hope you did also, and we'll see you soon for some more content.